So, this is the trailer for Hyrule Warriors. I haven't seen any of it yet. I just heard that it had happened. People came into the stream on my birthday and were like, Dawn, have you seen the trailer? So, we shall watch it together and see what this is. Oh, hello. We
Hello,
know
everyone.
you.
I'm Eiji Aonuma, the producer of the Legend of Zelda series. We mentioned in the June 2019 Nintendo Direct presentation that we had started development on the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
You did?
Many people around the world are still playing Breath of the Wild, so I'd like to thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
That's okay.
Everyone, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Regarding the sequel, the team is working hard on its development, so you'll have to wait a bit longer before we can provide more updates.
I'm good at waiting.
In the meantime, we've prepared a different way for you to experience the world of Hyrule, and we have a video to introduce it. Please take a look.
I will take a look with pleasure.
The history of the royal family
Oh,
is also the history of Calamity Ganon,
oh,
a
Ganon.
primal evil that has endured over the ages.
I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
Long! Swordler! Oh, the battle! Before Zelda managed to get into the castle and fight off Ganon. Mifa! Birthday! Wait, you can play Zelda? Hang on, wait, what? You can play Zelda? Wait, do we get to play as all the champions? What? Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. I get to play Zelda. I will protect. Don't cry, Zelda.
What you just saw is the game that Koei Tecmo Games is developing. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. This game takes place 100 years before the events of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In that game, the great calamity that occurred 100 years prior was mentioned, but the actual event itself wasn't shown in full. In this game, you'll be able to experience the events of the great calamity. So now, I would like to invite Koei Tecmo Games producer Mr. Hayashi to join me here.
Yes, please explain. Hi.
Hello everyone, I'm Yosuke Hayashi from Koei Tecmo Games and the producer of this game. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity began when Mr. Aonuma approached us saying, I think it would be interesting to create a Warriors game telling the story of the Great Calamity. What do you think? The battles between the Kingdom of Hyrule and Calamity Ganon would complement Warrior-style gameplay against large armies.
Ooh.
The previous Hyrule Warriors games were filled with Zelda conventions.
See, I never played these. Wait,
The
what's
Legend of Zelda Breath of the
what's
Wild
with that?
broke these conventions
Armies of
entirely,
chickens.
and perhaps it's the same for everyone
Many
here,
cuckoos.
but for someone like me, who's been playing Zelda games for a long time, this was an extraordinary experience. It's a new, special title for me. Unlike the previous Hyrule Warriors games, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity was developed by working closely with the Zelda team in every step of the process.
I'm just gonna keep
including
replaying that
gameplay
shot
direction,
of
graphics,
being able to fight
world,
as Zelda.
and all dialogue. And while we maintained the distinct gameplay style of the Warriors series, with exciting 1 versus 1,000 battles and a wide variety of playable characters, this
One
became
versus
the only game
1,000?
that will let you experience the world 100 years prior to the events of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild firsthand.
Hello again.
Thank you, Mr. Hayashi. During the development of the previous Hyrule Warriors games, I was impressed with how the Warriors development team, led by Mr. Hayashi, had a deep understanding of the Legend of Zelda series. This time around, they made it possible to create this new experience by combining the well-detailed world of Breath of the Wild with Warriors gameplay. Therefore, I believe this game will offer the experience of the great Calamity battles that weren't fully shown in the original game. I hope that both those who played the previous Hyrule Warriors games and those who played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild can experience this game.
Yes, please.
Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity will launch on November 20th.
I love the art as well. November 20th is quite soon, actually.
For your
Sooner than you
continued
think it
support
is.
for The Legend of Zelda and this game.
Thank you. I just have to take all that in. So we get to play as everybody. So I never played any of the previous games in Hyrule Warriors series, but from what everybody's saying in chat as well, it's like a large scale. You play as a commander, there's an army. I don't know whether you control an army or whether it's literally just you, or if we're going to be swapping between all the different characters as well. So can you like swap perspectives and have all the characters fighting at the same time, or are you just one hero? I think from watching that trailer, I can imagine that it'll be split into different story sections. So a section where we play as Zelda and, you know, do one particular task or defeat a certain number of enemies, and then it switches over to being Mipha. I'm so ready, because I think playing Breath of the Wild as well, you get some kind of an idea of the story because you piece together the memories, and that's one of the most fun things about Breath of the Wild, because it's just this gradual exploration and finding out what happened before, because it's all very unclear to start with, and you're kind of put in the shoes of Link, because Link wakes up not knowing anything, and so you are experiencing what Link is experiencing, especially if you haven't played any of the previous games. So I want to know more about what happened with the Calamity and how the heroes fell, because I don't know if it was really explained how all of them fell, because obviously we see like their ghosts in Breath of the Wild, and yeah, I have a feeling that this game will probably make me cry, because we're going to have to see Mipha dying, and Mipha is Fishbay, and we can't let anything happen to her, but it already happened. So I'm looking forward to seeing like Hyrule Castle in its days of glory, and I mean, Zelda in her days of glory, and just seeing it not destroyed, because throughout the entire game, it was like just darkness around Hyrule Castle, and Hyrule Castle was always somewhere I was scared to go, because I knew that's where Ganon was. But I'm ready. I'm ready to meet Elf Dad as well. Elf Dad, King of Hyrule. I'm definitely not a fan of Zelda, not me. She says with the head plait on and the elf ears. No, not me. Not me. You won't catch me liking Zelda at all. I know some people modded the game so they could be Zelda as well. So there's actually a mod for the Switch where it replaces the character models too. So obviously this is something they knew people wanted. And also to get the chance to play as the other champions is going to be really interesting. And find out more about the relationship between them. Because there were a few cutscenes where that was kind of suggested. And we found out like, oh, you know, Rivali is a total player, you know, like I love Rivali. So there you go. We're going to learn some more about that too. It doesn't give away too much in typical Nintendo style, but it kind of suggests that we're going to be with an army fighting off the hordes of Ganon, and we get to play as all the different champions as well. Let me know what you think. Are you excited to play it? Do you think you will be immediately yoinking that in November when it comes out? I know I will be.